Hey, welcome to your Scorpio horoscopes for the week of the 10th through the 16th of December. We still have Venus in Scorpio this week. We're also kicking off the week with the moon in Scorpio. I mean, we did end the week at the moon in Scorpio. So, of course, we're going to kick off the week with the moon in Scorpio. But this week, the moon is actually going to be a pain in your behind twice, beginning and end. And actually, when it's in your sign at the beginning of the week, it's not quite as much of a pain as it will be at the end of the week. And I will explain. Focus is on finances this week. Venus with her creative energy, can really help with finding creative solutions to deal with monetary problems. And Pallas Athene's influence is also continues to be in your sign, influencing her warrior goddess energy towards those finances as well. It's a lot of wonderful energy towards that one particular goal. But of course, Venus is in opposition first with just Uranus at the beginning of the week, and then moves into opposition with both Uranus and Jupiter by the end of the week. The moon's influence in the beginning of the week, I kind of feel like that's going to play out where in a way where honestly, when the moon is influencing money, obviously there's something emotional going on around money, either a loss of money, or it's highly possible that say you've been so incredibly focused on saving, and then your partner comes in and just spends all of it. I mean, that it's so frustrating when you're just trucking along doing a good job, and then somebody comes in and screws it all up, or something comes in and screws it all up. It may not be another person. It's like Murphy's Law, I mean, for us, especially when the kids were growing up, every year, tax return season, oh my God, we have a little bit of money. What are we going to spend it on? There's like, the sky's the limit. It's so exciting. What are we going to do? And then the washer and dryer breaks down, or the car needs to go in for service or something. It's Murphy's Law every time. The good thing is that we had the money to deal with it. The bad thing is that every time we get a little bit of extra money, something sucks it up. It's life, and it's a very frustrating cycle, especially when you're constantly looking at it in that way. When we get to the end of the week, the moon moves into a square with Venus as well as with Uranus. So this opposition is amplified by like a lot on an emotional level. And what's interesting also is that in terms of trucking along with your finances, Uranus and Jupiter are both focused on the past. The moon comes into two different places as it moves in to amplify this challenge. First, it's your support system, as in you're not getting any support. And then it moves into this inner trauma place. Like, this is a situation you've been in over and over and over again. And it's really highlighting that. And that's where Jupiter and Uranus's focus on the past really comes in. It's basically reminding you that doing the same thing you've done before that did not get you the results that you wanted is not going to get you the results that you want this time. It's actually really frustrating that humans do this to themselves repeatedly over and over again, and not just with finances, but with everything. Instead of finding a new solution that might work better for you, you just keep trying the same old way over and over again, hoping that someday it'll actually do something. And this amplification of this problem at the end of the week, I think, is the straw that breaks the camel's back there. It's like, okay, I am so done dealing with this cycle of this happening every single time. I am putting what I need to put into place to prevent this from happening again. Whether that is changing the way that you budget and save your money, or, in some cases, In some relationships, it's splitting the money in two different places so that you don't feel like your money is being sucked up all of the time in the wrong way. My husband and I actually went through this. Not because either one of us is bad with money. We're both bad with money. Let's just be honest here, okay? We're both not great with money, but it was really helpful, I think. We've been together almost 30 years. And up until about 2 years ago, everything was in both names. We had a joint account. All the money went into one place. It was, of course, used to pay the bills and, do what we needed to do and all that stuff. But it started to feel like we were too much in each other's pockets. We had basically been like this for years. And there was a lot of fear from myself about separating the two. But we did it. And I tell you what, it's like it actually just make things so much easier because now we both have our own thing and we both put into one place to handle all of our responsibilities. It actually worked out a lot better than I even thought it would. So in some cases, that might be a thing too, to be able to establish that we each have our own incomes, but we put this amount of money into the one pot so that the bills can get paid and all of that stuff too. Basically, it's just making sure that you're not repeating the same pattern over and over again. You're changing things up when they don't work anymore. And that's really what we have to do. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, please consider sending a tip or donation to my coffee link, which is down there in the description. I really appreciate the tips and the donations every single week. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. There's also another link, pardon me, in the description down there. I am doing a 25% off deal for everybody. Pardon me again. For everybody all month long. This is a discount that my VIP members get all year long, or as long as they are VIP members anyways. But I am opening up this discount to literally everybody this month. So if you want to connect to your loved ones in spirit for the holiday season, that is what that is there for. And there is a discount for that. Just click on the link, put the promo code that I put in the description in your order, and boom, you get your 25% discount. I'm Melissa Bruce, Seven Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for hanging out this week. I really appreciate your guys' support. I will see you next week. And in the meantime, you guys take charge. Take charge and find a new way of doing things, especially if the old way just isn't working anymore. You guys make that you know what word goes in there. And I'll see you guys next week. Make it a great one.